Sorry about the glare. Welcome to Grant the Movie and TV Guys. Obvious solutions to problems that only are problems for stupid movie characters. If you're being chased by some kind of demonic monster, put down the camera. It gets ridiculous when you have to keep picking up the camera. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the Movie and TV Guy. Hello. It's Halloween weekend. We're going to talk about a movie, because movies and TV, so we do here. We're actually going to talk about 3 movies today, because there's one that I forgot about, or didn't know about more accurately. First, we're going to start with a movie that I'm sure me and a couple other people were interested in, and that is, because movies and TV, so we do here, we're going to be talking about Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. Or as it should just be called Just Next of Kin, because it really has nothing to do with Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity Next of Kin is directed by William Eubank. It is written by Christopher Landon, which I could not believe it was directed by William Eubank. He also did The Signal, which was actually pretty good. With Brenton Thwaites. What's Paranormal Activity Next of Kin about? Well, the film stars... The lead actress actually is not bad. What's the lead actress's name? All these people are new to me. If they're recognizable to you, God bless. I did not know who these people were. Boyfriend looked kind of sort of familiar, but otherwise, I didn't know him directly. He honestly kind of looked a little bit like Ned from, or Nick, rather, from Nancy Drew. Who's the lead actress? Emily Bader. Emily Bader plays Margot, and the reason I know that is because Carol Ann syndrome. Margot. Oh my god, Margot. She is a student who has a pretty interesting backstory when the film begins. The film begins right at the outset of the COVID pandemic, and they do address that in March of 2021. And it's found footage style. She's a young woman who has, again, an interesting story to tell. Her mother, Sarah, left her at a hospital when she was an infant. But thanks to the handy trick of 23andMe, she finds out she has a biological relative, a young man by the name of Sam, or Samuel, who is an young Amish man on Rumspringa. And she says, well, this is a brilliant opportunity. She has her boyfriend in tow and tells him, okay, and their cinematographer buddy, who is by far the best actor in the movie, and the only character I really cared about in the whole movie, essentially, to film a documentary about her search for the mystery behind what happened to her mom. And she goes to Thomas Village, but soon she realizes that something is amiss, something demonic and creepy, and is in a battle for survival. So, as you guys could probably gather, I didn't like this movie at all. This movie was terrible, but I will say this. What do I think of the other Paranormal Activity movies? I kind of liked most of, if not all of them. This is by far and away the worst movie. But going back to what it is, Paranormal Activity was kind of a seminal movie for me. I was about 16 when it came out in theaters. I went with my brother and our friends to see the movie theatrically. It was a big deal. It was a creepy movie. It was kind of teenager's first guerrilla movie, so it was kind of interesting in that it was shot in the director's house, and a movie about the making of the movie almost would be a good movie too. Like, eventually they're going to make a biopic about the making of that movie, I'm sure. But it took off. It became the most profitable movie based on return on investment. It was a low-budget movie that made a lot of money. Paranormal Activity 2, I honest to God thought was actually better. I actually think it's the best in the series. The third film was very good. Fourth one was kind of lame, but Catherine Newton was good, but Catherine Newton's always good. Marked Ones actually was kind of great too, and kind of underrated. And then The Ghost Dimension was alright, but it had a good ending. And the thing is that going into Next of Kin, I was also kind of like, with the way Ghost Dimension ends, spoilers for the end of Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, Paranormal Activity 6. It kind of ends with the perfect ending for the franchise. There's really no way they could have kept it going. They kind of did a conclusive ending. It was going to be the final film. It was in 3D. Essentially, it ends with Toby the Demon kind of winning and basically destroying mankind. That's basically how it ended. He took on human form and now is unstoppable. So, Next of Kin, here's the biggest thing about it that people should know. It's not really a Paranormal Activity movie. There is outside of the found footage element, there is absolutely no connection to the other movies at all. It is completely standalone, but here's the thing. I would have been able to ignore that because there are plenty of franchise sequels that have little to nothing to do with their predecessors if the movie worked. If it was creepy, if it was effective in any way. The best thing I could say about Paranormal Activity Next of Kin is that the first 20 minutes, kind of interesting. I thought Emily Bader was kind of a lovely lead. I thought she did a really good job. But as the movie goes along, and not only is it unscary, it just kind of gets stupider and stupider as it goes. It just keeps... And again, it almost becomes funny in how many times the idiot boyfriend character picks up the camera when he should just leave it on the floor. I'm sorry, when you're in mortal danger... Again, this would be more favorable if I wasn't noticing how bad the movie was. Like, Cloverfield, okay, at a certain point, yeah, put down the camera. But that movie works. This movie doesn't. And I think that's kind of what made me go, like, okay, seriously, guys, like, this... It really just feels kind of like someone made a found footage, low-budget ripoff of The Vitch from Robert Eggers without Anya Taylor-Joy and said, but set in the modern day and went, oh, well, Paramount was like, it won't sell, but we'll make it a Paranormal Activity movie. This was going to be theatrical. It's on Paramount Plus. I think that's the right call, because I think I would have been... I didn't like Next of Kin, but I wasn't mad at Next of Kin. I just kind of was waiting for it to end at a certain point. I was just kind of like... At this point, it has so little to do with the other movies that I don't even know why I'm still watching it, unless I was actually reviewing it. So, not much more to say. I don't know. You know what? I can't quite go to the bottom of the barrel with it because I wasn't angry at it. I kind of reserved this score for movies I was angry at, like Yerwig and the Witch and Girl Who Believes in Jesus or He's All That. I'm going to go just one step above, though. I'm going to give Paranormal Activity Next Again half a star. I'll give it half a star. I'll give it half a star because the lead girl was pretty good for most of it. And I liked the camera guy. He was funny, but yeah, this stick a fork in this franchise. It's over. I mean, Paranormal Activity, they did not need to make this. It was a waste of everyone's time, including my own. It's 90 minutes of your life you're not going to get back. Just don't bother. It's not creepy. Yeah, half a star. It's gonna probably be on my worst of list. It won't be at the top, but it's gonna be on there. You see, it wasn't even fun bad. Like, it wasn't even... If it was fun bad, I could kind of give it an affectionate 1 star like I did with, like, something like Separation, but it just kind of got boring. It was like... There's only so much at a certain point that... And also just kind of loud and cacophonous. I think the other thing that made the first movie good is that it wasn't really a jump-scary movie. It felt kind of grounded, and it was kind of actually kind of creepy. Yeah, this movie's bad. Just forget about it. Trailer Trash None, watching on Paramount Plus, was a from a kind of sort of. The movie ending kind of bleeds into the credits, but otherwise that's it. Yeah, don't bother. Don't bother. It's not worth your time. Just don't make a part 8. Just let this be the end now, for real. Let's just let this fade deep into the Paramount Plus, library and just forget it even existed, huh? Just watch the first one again. It's really what this is. It's just a carbon copy with nothing to really... With a little bit of the witch in there again, or the Vitch. And it just go watch Last Night in Soho. Which also actually has Anya Taylor-Joy. Just go see Last Night in Soho. That movie's great. This movie... Can't believe I wasted my time rewatching all 6 of the previous movies for 31 movies of Halloween. I feel silly now. This movie sucks. Alright, so we will be back with another movie that's sort of weirdly similar. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's relatively new. We'll talk about that a little bit later today. Tonight we're talking My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission, the movie. Tomorrow night we're talking Antlers as well as Army of Thieves. And then Sunday we got A Mouthful of Air. Not only To Breathe, but also like the movie's called A Mouthful of Air. Monday we're going to see Dune again, but I don't know if I'm going to do like a review. And then I think then it's Eternals and hopefully Spencer and Finch. And maybe we'll do a special thing also, an extra video for Halloween. Why not? Alright, so that'll all be next time. Until next time, grab the movie and TV guys. See it all and I'm happy to share it with you. And I'm sad I saw this one. This movie sucks. Just don't bother. Go watch the first one. Watch the second one. Don't bother with this one. Alright, so yeah, I love you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all, class dismissed. Love you 1,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to, give it a subscribe if you want to, give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. If you like, all that stuff. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, including my ongoing 31 movies of Halloween, which is almost over, which will be ending this weekend. You can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Grant, the movie and TV guy. Some of you already have. You guys deserve to be loved and respected, so love yourself today. Be kind to one another and be kind to yourself. Take care of your mental health. I love you guys, and see you in a bit. Thank you all. Take care.